To begin learning HTML, you need two pieces of software to help you. They're free and probably already on your computers at home or at school. The first one is a normal text editor called Notepad. Here's where we write our computer code, and you can open files, you can save them, as you would do in any other normal piece of software. It's best not to use Microsoft Word to write code with. Word will try and correct the apparent spelling mistakes you're making, and will probably make your code not work. Notepad is a much better option for writing HTML code. The second piece of software you need is somewhere to test your code. I'm going to use Internet Explorer, but you could use any internet browser such as Firefox, Safari, Chrome or Opera. They will work fine. The process we'll go through as we learn how to do this is we'll write code in the text editor on the left, we'll save it, and then we'll open that code in the internet browser to test it out to see if it works. So let's get started. All HTML code is nested in between two HTML tags. You can see that tags begin in more than and less than signs. We put the code in the middle of the tags and then they finish with a slash. So we've started an HTML tag and we're finishing it. You'll need to put a head tag at the top and a body tag at the bottom. You'll notice that I've finished both of those tags. This is very usual in HTML. Anything you start, you've usually got to finish. It's like telling the computer, you're done with one bit and you want to move on to the next bit now. Every single web page on the internet has HTML tags, head tags, and body tags. Most of the information on a web page will go into the body tag. If you think of yourself, your head is quite small. It's where you do your thinking. Your body is much bigger, and you can see it much more easily. In an HTML page, what goes in the head tag is information about the page that you don't really want the user to see. All the things you want the user to see, such as menus, text, and images, will go in the body tags. So let's start by putting a title on the page. I'm going to use that using the title tag, and I'm going to end it. I'm going to call it my web page. To test this out, we need to save it. Best we give it a name that we're going to recognise later, and that we save it somewhere sensible. I'm going to call it mywebpage.html. Now I've saved it as an HTML file, I should be able to find it and open it up by browsing to the page that I've just saved. And if I click on OK, how do I know it's worked? Well, in the middle of the body tags, I haven't actually got anything on my page, which is why it's blank. But can you have a look at the title that I put in here? It has appeared at the top of Internet Explorer. That's what a title does. And anything you see at the top of web pages that you visit or create will be created with a title tag. If we change it and save the file and then refresh on the other side, you can see my changes have been applied immediately and my title has been updated. So let's put something actually on the page. I'm going to have a heading welcoming my users to my web page. I've put this inside heading tags, and heading 1 is the largest size of heading tag. Whatever you put in the middle of the heading tags will appear on your page, and it's important to close the heading tags so that the computer knows that that bit's the title and other things on the page don't need to be displayed as well. If we save it and refresh the page, you can see that my title appears. If we wanted some more normal text on the page, we can do that with a paragraph tag. This is like writing a paragraph of English or writing a paragraph in your book. So if I put a paragraph welcoming someone to my web page, and save the code, if I refresh the page, you can see that normal text is much smaller than the heading tags. You can use copy and paste encoding to help you save time. I want to show you what the difference between different types of heading is. In a moment, I'd like to try this yourself. Now have a look. There are lots of different types of heading. At the top, I've put welcome in heading 1. Underneath, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5. These should get smaller as I go down the page. I've saved it. If I refresh it on the other side, you can see that I've got different choices of how big my headings can be. We're going to be able to change the colours of text, the size of your headings and things in the future. At the moment, let's get used to writing some tags: HTML, head, body, title, paragraph, and heading.